Guys, Paul here. Welcome back to Hub City Drones and Gadgets. Thanks for stopping by and checking out the channel, you guys. I really do appreciate it. If you haven't done it already, remember, hit that subscribe and that notify button. You don't want to miss any of my upcoming videos, do you? Today, you guys, we are going to check out one awesome gadget. It's Ricomax's GC-1037 metal detector. This thing is awesome, you guys, and super easy to set up and use. You can even adjust the length of this dude so that the kids can use it as well. That's really cool. It has a 10-inch IP68 waterproof search coil on it. It has a large backlit LCD screen that actually has target numeric identifier on it, which is really cool. 3 different tones. It has discrimination and notch, plus it has pinpoint on it as well. So when you find your target, you can narrow down the search and not dig up the whole park trying to find your treasure. That's really cool. It even comes with a carrying case, a pair of headphones, and a shovel to dig your treasure up with. That's awesome. The price, that's pretty damn awesome too, you guys. Under 140 bucks right now on Amazon. The link is always down in the description. I say we go set this dude up and we go on a treasure hunt and see what we can find. Let's go. Okay guys, here we go. We are going to unbox the Ricomax GC-1037 Advanced Metal Detector with numeric target ID. You can see right here on the front we have a picture of our metal detector. On the top it has some of the features the metal detector has. So let's open this box and check this dude out, you guys. Here we go. Oh, cool. Check this out. Yeah, crush that one back there so we have some room. This is a rather large box. But check this out, man. I'm going to do my best, guys, to get all this in the camera, but this box is really big and I don't have a whole lot of room. But check it out. Right here on the top, we have our metal detector manual. Very cool. Got an illustration of the metal detector on the front. And if you open it, you can check it out. It's got all your parts in here. It tells you how to put the whole thing together. It's really well illustrated too. And it's only about 14 pages long or so. But that's cool. Everything's in there. It tells you how to test it, all that. On the back here, you have a QR code for 24/7 online customer service. Plus, really cool, an extended 1-year warranty. That's awesome. That's a good deal right there. All right. What is this? Oh, check this out, you guys. Looks like we get a storage bag, maybe? Oh, there goes our strap, just fell. Oh yeah, check this out. Whoa, this thing is huge. It's a bag for, look at that. Oh, that's cool. Check this out, you guys. You can actually store your metal detector in this bag. It's got some cool handles right here. It's even got a little storage pouch right here on it as well, and right here, so a lot of storage on it. But you can put your metal detector in here without having to take it apart. That's pretty cool. I like that. That's awesome. Get this out of our way. All right. What do we go for next? There's so much to, oh, check this out, you guys. It actually comes with, that's cool. It actually comes with a pair of headphones, over-the-ear headphones. Wow, they feel really well made too. That's cool. Cushioned here on the earpieces for some comfort on your ears. It's got a really long cord on it as well. That is pretty cool. And check this out. It even has a volume control right on the cord. That is pretty cool. That's awesome. That's cool. I've gotten some of these metal detectors before. They've never come with the headphones. That's awesome. Then here we have, what's this? This is really heavy. Oh, check this out, you guys. it actually comes with a little shovel. Check that out. We're gonna open this dude up. I want to check this thing. That is really cool. Check that out. So that is cool. You got your handle here for an extender to make it bigger, and that just slides right in here like so. Check that out. That's cool. Got your handle here. This is your tightening knob. You can use this to tighten it up so your shovel does not bend on you. But that's pretty cool, you guys. It's got a nice little handle. It's got some grooves right here on it to get into the dirt. Remember, when you dig up your treasure, guys, always put the dirt back in the hole you dug so you're not leaving holes all over the place. Great shovel. Metal. It's really cool. Really well made, too. I am impressed. This is an awesome shovel. We'll definitely use that when we test this dude out. All right, what do we got here? So we have a little bag of... looks like some washers here, and I think there's a nut in here as well. I believe that is going to be for our coil to attach it to our rods. Then we have, check it out, our control box. This is cool. Open this dude up, see what we got here. Oh, check that out, you guys. Our control box. It's got a little protective coating on it here, and you can just pop your on and off volume knob right here. You can pop this off, and this will take this plastic cover off. If you want to leave it on there, I guess you could do that too, but check that out. Got a big LCD screen on it. Our headphone jack is right here. We have our menu, our notch, our pinpoint button, the minus and plus volumes. We'll get into all that when we set it up. But we have the Ricomax logo on the top. Our speaker, check that out, it's got a speaker built right into the top too, so if you don't use your headphones, you can still hear your tones. And your battery compartments on the back. It does take two 9-volt batteries. That's the square batteries. And our plug-in for our cord and coil. Very cool. It feels really well made. It's not a cheap plastic. It's actually really thick. Got not really a whole lot of weight to it, so there won't be a lot to hang on to when you're holding the metal detector. That is really cool. All right, let's get our rods out of here. This is cool. Check this out. So this is our top rod right here. This is where your control box will clip onto here, and I'm going to show you guys that when we set it up. Nice metal rod. Very cool. Then we have our, if I can get it out of here, check it out. This is our armrest, and it's even got a strap on here so you can strap it on your arm. That's really cool. Just kind of slip it onto your arm there to hold it up. Again, I'm trying to keep everything in the camera, you guys, bear with me. We'll get into this more when we set it all up, but very cool. We get an armrest part of the handle as well. Down here, this looks like it might be our middle rod. Oh, this is so hard to get all this out of the box and keep it in the camera. So here's our middle rod right here. Got some push buttons in your adjuster hole. So you can adjust this this metal detector, which is really cool because even the kids can use it. You can make it bigger and smaller to fit your height, which that's a really cool feature. And we have our bottom rod right here. This right here is where your coil is going to attach, and that's where those rubber rings and stuff will come into use. Very cool. All right, I think we're down to the nitty-gritty here. Get that out of my way. And now I'm going to get this box out of my way, you guys. So we have a little bit more room. Whoo, that was loud, sorry. Check this coil out, you guys. This is a 10-inch coil. Normally they're about the size of this middle one, which is about 6 to 8 inches. This is a 10-inch coil. This is going to be great to search with. I like that it's hollow and not a solid piece, which is really cool. Here's where we connect it at. This is our cable to connect it into our control box, and we'll do all that when we go to set it up. But this coil is super cool, you guys. Not only is it 10 inches in size, it's also IP68 waterproof. Yep, that means you can actually put this dude, I would say, in 2 to 3 feet of water. I wouldn't go any deeper than that, but right around 2 or 3 feet of water. That's really cool. You can put this into the edge of the lakes and stuff and find your treasure right there. If someone drops something in the lake, you can find it. So very cool. That's everything we get in the box, you guys. Awesome. I'm really impressed so far. Let's set this dude up so we can check it out. Okay guys, what do you say we get our metal detector set up so we can go on a treasure hunt and check this dude out. I'm going to show you how to assemble the entire metal detector, and first I'm going to go over our control box so we can figure out how this thing works and go over all the symbols and how to set everything up on here. Again, our control box, we do have an external speaker here on the top. You do have your headphone jack here that you can use the included headphones with, which was really cool. This thing came with headphones. When your headphones are plugged in, it does disable this external speaker, so you don't have to worry about it bugging anybody in the park when you're looking for your treasure. Our LCD screen, over here is our power and volume button. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to turn this on and up as quick as I can so you can hear the 3 tones. It is a 3-tone metal detector. There we go. I'm not sure if you heard the very first one, but this is how your tones work, you guys. The lower tone is for iron and nickels. Your medium tone would be for like pull tabs, zinc, aluminum cans, stuff like that. Your higher tone, this would be for your dimes, quarters, and your silver metals. Super cool, 3 tones. All right, down here on the front, this is our main interface. These are our main buttons. This menu button here is the one you're probably going to use most often. So what you're going to do is if you press menu, it highlights all your options. Press menu again will circulate through the different options. I'm going to go back to the light. You can adjust the backlight on your metal detector. Check this out. It will go from 9 all the way to 0, which is off. Very cool. And all the way up to 9 for the brightest. That would be for your late night treasure hunting experiences. Remember, the brighter the backlight, the quicker it's going to drain your 9-volt battery, so keep that in mind as well. We're going to hit our menu button again. Now our sensitivity indicator is blinking. Over here on the right is our sensitivity level. What this basically is how sensitive you want your coil to search, basically how deep you want it to go. And you can go all the way down. Again, hit your plus and it will bring it all the way up. Super cool. One thing to keep in mind as well, you guys, don't max your sensitivity level. If you do, there's a great chance your detector is going to pick up all kinds of things like signals from antennas, electrical lines near the ground or under the ground, radio, electric magnetic material and stuff like that. I max mine out and then I just back it down 1 or even 2. That's still a pretty decent depth for it to search for. So just keep that in mind. Just something so you're not freaking out because your metal detector is going berserk on you. That is our sensitivity level. This will also be your signal indicator as well. And basically it will let you know how deep the item is. Just for reference, both of these are really just for reference. It's not an exact depth or anything like that. We're going to hit menu again. Now our discrimination icon is blinking and our double zeros have popped up over here on the left. This is your discrimination settings. Basically, it's exactly what it says it is, discrimination. This will keep your metal detector from picking up certain metals as you're searching. All you got to do is press your plus button or your minus button to go through them. Now you can't skip any. As you go up, it will eliminate each metal and it won't bring them back. So for instance, iron is 0 to 10. So if we set it for 11, you see our iron went away. We still have our 5-cent piece, but if we go up to, let's say 21, that took our nickel away. Now when you're searching, you won't be able to detect iron or nickel pieces. So keep that in mind, but the other ones will detect. To get them all back on, you just hold your button, bring them all back up, down to 0. Pretty cool. The best way I found to eliminate metals you don't want to look for is to use this notch button. So we're going to hit menu again and it's going to bring us to notch. This is really cool. All you got to do is hit notch one time. Our cursor is highlighted here. Press your plus button to go through your metals on the top. So let's say we don't want iron to look for iron material. So we're going to hit notch. You can see our iron is gone. And let's say we don't want to find pennies either. Notch it. Now your pennies are gone. Now, unlike discrimination, you will still be able to find nickels and aluminum material under the ground. Really cool. I love the notch setting. That is so awesome on this thing. To get them back up, just press notch again. Your cursor's there. Whoops, go back. Press notch. Bring it back to our iron. Notch again. All of our metals are back up here. Remember, common sense, if you take all your metals off, your detector is not going to find anything at all. And it's going to make for a long, boring trip. So now we're going to check out this other feature. All right, now for this awesome feature that this metal detector has, the PP button.
What?
That sounds wrong, but that's what it is. It's the PP button. This is pinpoint. This is super cool, you guys. If you're searching and you detect a metal and you get a, wide range of what it is, while you're taking your coil and you're going across the surface and it's detecting it, when it hits the tone, press this in, hold it in, go over it again to where it hits it, and then go back again, then go over it again to where it hits it. It will actually narrow down your search area for you to dig. It will pinpoint the object. It's not an exact pinpoint, and it can be off a little bit here and there, but it really helps not having to dig up a whole big area of dirt to find a nickel or a penny under the ground. Great feature on this thing, really easy to use. We're going to check that out when we go on our treasure hunt. Super cool feature. That, you guys, is our control box. Pretty much everything. What I want to do real quick is I want to go through the types of targets that this thing will actually search for before we go out and do our treasure hunt. So the iron setting indicates that the target is more than likely an iron material. Your 5-cent or nickel indicator indicates, again, those are nickels or material of nickel. And it can even pick up small gold rings, might register under your nickels as well. Your P tab, that one indicates the target is probably a pull tab or of an aluminum can, or an aluminum can. It's an aluminum material, basically, is what your P tab is. This one also can possibly detect small gold rings as well. Now, your penny or your 1-cent indicator, this probably means it's a penny or a type of zinc alloy metal. The penny one can also detect some medium-sized gold rings. So you may find those under the 1-cent tag as well with the target. Once you hit that target and it's the 1 cent, that means it could possibly be a medium-sized gold ring as well. Your dime or 10-cent indicator, that one indicates, of course, it's probably a dime, but the 10-cent one can also possibly detect large rough gold items, which is really cool. So larger rings or gold nuggets, if you're in the Wild Wild West searching for gold, you may come across them, you never know. The 25-cent one, that one indicates that it's a quarter, or it could be some sort of silver coin. So very cool. Again, your discrimination ranges, there's a chart in the manual that tells you what those are. I would recommend screenshotting it or printing it out, and you can paste it, tape it right here on the side of your control box so you have it as a reference. So when this target comes up, which this middle number here, this will be your target indicator. So when it comes up, if it's, say it's a 21 through 40, that would indicate that it has found an aluminum material, a pull tab, something like that. Really cool that that's on there as well. It kind of gives you a little bit of what it found, save you from digging up something you really don't want to spend the time to dig up. With that said, you guys, when you dig up an item, please put the dirt back in the hole you dug up so you're not leaving holes all over the ground, especially if you're in a park somewhere, and make sure you have permission and you're allowed to do that in your park before you go do that. Now, we are going to set up the rest of our metal detector. I'm going to show you guys how to connect all the rods, put the armrest on, hook up our search coil and our cable, and then we're going to go on a treasure hunt, you guys. All right, guys, let's get our metal detector assembled. This is super simple to do, you guys, and I like the fact that once it is completely put together, you don't have to take it apart to store it because it fits right in that carry bag that came with it. Super awesome. That's a great bag. The headphones, shovel, all that fits right in there, makes it super easy to carry it. I'll show it to you when we go on our treasure hunt. I'll put the metal detector in there so you guys can see how great that bag actually works. All right, we're going to attach our coil, our search coil, to our lower rod first. And what you're going to do is just slide this into this notch right here like so. Then you're going to take both of your nuts right here. Now, the washers, I forgot to show you that. The washers that came with it in the unboxing are actually just a spare set of washers, you guys, which is really cool because now we have a spare set in case we need them. Very cool. There's already a rubber washer on both sides of our lower rod here. So we're just going to put it in here like so. Then we're going to take this piece here and we are going to slide it through the hole just like that. You're going to put this nut on the other side of it. There is a front and back, so keep that in mind when you're doing it. The back faces the brackets here. And then you're just going to spin it on like so. And you're going to hold this up. Make sure you tighten it, but only tighten it so it's snug, you guys. You don't want it super tight or you risk breaking these brackets right here. So that's probably good right there. You can see our bar is staying up and we can adjust it with just a little bit of push and pull to whatever we need the angle to be. Very cool. Now I'm going to show you guys how to, we'll put this aside for now because I'm going to show you guys how to attach your control box to your upper arm. Again, super simple to do. You're going to take your control box. On the bottom of your control box, there are two notches between your battery compartments. There's one here and this little one right here. On our bracket, on our upper arm, there's a notch here and a little notch here, and there's this screw right here. So all you're going to do is you're going to take your control box, you're going to slide this notch right into here like so, and then you're going to slide your control box backwards, just like that. Now, I found it's easier to get this screw right here to attach this if you keep it in this direction because it keeps it down like it's supposed to. And you may have to finagle this just a little bit to get that screw started, but you're just going to take here and tighten it up. I think we're in there. Maybe not. As I said, you may have to finagle it a little bit. There we go. I can feel it. And again, you're going to tighten this screw up right here. Don't have to over tighten it. Again, I would make it snug. It's really not going to go anywhere on you. And there you go. Our control box is now connected to our upper arm. With that said, let's go ahead and we'll attach our armrest to it next. This is the last piece of your rod right here. And you're just going to slide it in like this. And it will snap into those holes like so. And check it out. You have your armrest right there. Our complete upper arm is now assembled and ready to go. The next step is going to be our middle arm. This is what attaches your upper arm to your lower arm naturally. Really simple again. Just got these little things right here you push in, snap it in. There you go. On this end, you do have a little tightening nut here to secure your lower rod. And we're going to take it and you're just going to go like this. You're going to make sure it's loose. Am I loose? I'm loose. Push these in, push this in, and then you're going to wait till it pops in. And this is really big. I know you can't see it really, but I'm going to show you it fully assembled here, all the way down to our search coil right here. Make sure once you attach this lower arm right here that you tighten this up. This will keep it nice and snug and it won't be all shaky and rattly on you. Check that out. We're good to go. Really cool. If you can see these, there are some extra notches right here where you can actually adjust your metal detector for anybody. It's adjustable from 47.6 inches to 41.3 inches, which is great because even the kids can use this, and you can adjust the size so it's not some big old metal detector they're trying to use. All right, so now that this is on and we're all tightened up here, the next thing you want to do is your coil, you guys. So what we're going to do is, if I have the room to do this in here, all you want to do with this coil, you don't want to run it straight up to your control box. You want to kind of wrap it around the pole here, like so. and I'll show you it once we get it all wrapped around. Something I like to do with this cable, if you have black electrical tape, just run a strip around it every so often. You don't have to put a ton of it on there, but it does help keep the coil kind of in place better. You're going to continue to wrap it around until you get it right up to here. And then right here, I usually wrap it a couple of times. Oh, I think I went too far that time. Well, maybe not. This will keep it snug. Your connector will only go into the rear of your control box one way, and I'm running out of room. Your pins go upright, and you're just going to take it, push it in that hole in the rear, and pop it in, and that's it. You're good to go. Your coil is wrapped up. Again, I would recommend putting like some electrical tape just every so often to hold it snug, but it won't go nowhere. You're supposed to coil it around like that so it doesn't get in your way. But check that out, you guys. We have our metal detector is fully assembled and ready to go. So I say we go on a treasure hunt. Let's go get this dude outside and we're gonna go look for some gold and stuff, you guys. Here we go. Okay guys, here we go. Time to test out Ricomax's GC-1037 metal detector. Metal detecting, you guys, is kind of like fishing. Sometimes you catch something, sometimes you don't. So in metal detecting, sometimes you might find something, and most of the times you probably won't. So it takes a lot of patience. But because of that, I've just gone ahead and I put some coins out in my front yard here. Penny, dime, nickel, and a quarter. And then I also have some junk metals out there in the yard as well. What we're going to do is see if this thing actually determines what coin we go over and if it determines the junk metals or not. So with that said, I say we go treasure hunting in my front yard. Let's go. We got our metal detector ready. I'm going to show you how to level your coil so that you get a good even search when you're looking for your treasures. Best thing to do is lay it on the ground like so, and then just kind of take your foot and push gently. Don't mash it down, but push gently on it until it's angled where you can see here my arm is nice and comfortable now. And we're good to go. When you do your sweeps, don't swing it like a pendulum. You want to take your coil and just keep it about 2 inches off the ground. If you're picking up a lot of false readings, pick it up the ground maybe about 2 inches. But you just want to take your coil and you want to keep it level across the ground like so. Just like this, and just move forward, and you'll see it as we look for our treasures here. You do not want to go like that at the end of your sweeps because you will break the beam. This thing's actually sending a signal down into the ground. It's finding the metal, it's hitting it, bouncing back up, and it's letting our metal detector know what the metal is. So with that said, we're going to go treasure hunting. We're going to turn on our metal detector. Oh, we're good. Make sure we're level the way we need to be. All right, and now we're going to start our sweep. Do your sweep. You can do it in about a 2-foot sweep. It's pretty good. Remember, you're going to pick up more false readings than you probably will positive readings. So I would suggest going over any hits that you get. Go over it a couple times and see if it changes. If it changes from one metal to another, it's either junk metal or it's a false reading more than likely. All right. Oh, look at that. Here you go. It's showing us a penny. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit pinpoint, and we're going to try to narrow our search down. You can see here the bars are going up. When you get to the highest it will go, that should be the center of your coil, roughly the center of your coil. Then all you're going to want to do is come down here. I usually hold the detector still, and I dig in the center, or you can make a mark so you can move it, and you can see right here, it said penny, and check it out, we found a penny. Super cool. All right, I'm going to leave my strap off so I can do this a little more often. Remember, when you hit pinpoint, you got to hit menu when you're done, or else it will stay on pinpoint and your detector won't work right. All right, off to our next one. Here we go. Let's see how this thing works. So far, so good. Remember, make your sweeps nice and slow, steady, keeping it flat, so that those signals can reach the target and come back up to the coil and let you know what's there. Pull tab. That's probably some junk under my grass here. All right, we'll keep going, see what we can find here. Nice and slow. Remember, patience, just patience. You can see here we're finding a dime. I'll go back over it. Right there's the dime. You can see it's hitting anywhere from 72 on up. So let's pinpoint this dude. And it looks like we're going to be right in here with our dime. Let's see if we can find a dime. Where's our dime? Oh, I found it. I found it. Check it out. One dime. It actually picked it up and said it was a dime. It's a dime. All right, get out of our pinpoint. I'm going to flatten my coil a little bit more here. I think it kind of came up on me. And we're going to continue our search. And here we go. So as you can see, it does pick up false readings a lot. So you just got to get used to the area, know your tones, and you'll figure it out. Let's see what we got here. Oh, there we got a quarter. Right there we got quarter. I'm going to pinpoint it. And our quarter should be right in the center of our coil here. Let's see what we got. Let me move this out of my way. We have a quarter. Oh, look at this. We found the quarter. Awesome. All right. Now we're up to 36 cents, I believe. All right, here we go. Now, one thing, just to mention it, guys, the nickels, they seem to be the hardest metal for this thing to detect. It does detect them, but it seems to bounce around on the newer nickels, the older nickels. It'll go from like iron, tin tab, the T-tab, and nickel. So if you get that reading, just narrow it down and see if you can find it. It may be an old nickel or a newer one, so you'll be good. All right, here we go. We found our change. Now I put some junk metal down out here. I'm not sure what that's picking up. I'm gonna have to do a treasure hunt in my yard because I'm getting all kinds of readings. Remember, there's minerals and maybe old construction stuff from hundreds of years ago that are down in the ground that it may be picking up. You never know. Oh, here we're getting a solid iron reading. You can see there it's iron. And as you swing it, it's not bouncing back and forth. When it bounces from target to target, there's a good chance it's just a junk metal. But we'll pinpoint it right there in the middle. I can see it already. And it's a steel ball bearing. And check that out, junk metal. It said junk metal, it showed iron. All right, so let's go a little bit more and see if we can find anything else in my yard here, and then we'll wrap this video up, you guys. Just for shits and giggles, see if we can find anything else. Wow, I'm gonna have to come out. That's a dime somewhere here. I'm not gonna waste your guys' time digging up my yard, but I'll do a video on it. I'll show you guys what all I found out here. Oh, so this is saying dime, or it could, remember, that could be silver, could be a medium-sized gold ring. Let's see if we can pinpoint this. This might be a good one. Right in here somewhere. Oh, this is going to be good. So I'm going to draw the circle, because that's kind of how I like to do it. Then you can get your detector out of your way. Let's see. Well, what the hell is that? Oh! Dude, wow, check it out.
I've been looking for that.
My son's WWE ring. Wow, that's been out here for several years. No, I'm kidding, guys. We planted it there, but it picks up jewelry as well, so that's super cool. Okay, guys, there you have it. That is Ricomax's GC-1037 metal detector. Overall, I'm definitely going to give it 5 stars. It worked really well. It found every coin we put in the yard, and it identified them right. Even the numeric identifier was correct on the screen, which was really cool. Remember, 10-inch search coil, so you can take this dude to the beach or the river and search in some shallow water. I wouldn't go any deeper than about 2 feet, though. It is only IP68. Definitely would recommend getting one of these, you guys. The family can have a blast with the metal detector. Remember, have some patience. You're not always going to find your treasure, but one day, you never know, you might find your treasure. And Amazon, under 140 bucks, damn great deal for this metal detector, you guys. The link in the description. That's going to do it for this video. Thanks for watching, you guys. Remember, hit that subscribe and that notify button for me. Have fun. Stay safe out there, you guys.